Annabelle's journey. Annabelle was tired of her job. She wanted to do something else, something that made her happy. Annabelle's problem was she was a toothbrush. She was the toothbrush of Henrietta. This is boring. I want to do something else than just brushing teeth. All I ever see is teeth and tongues, and if I'm lucky, a breadcrumb or two. So she said goodbye to her best friend, Mrs. Toothpaste, who kissed her goodnight every evening, and she went off to see the world. She hadn't gone far before she met her cousin, Miss Paintbrush. I'm bored of brushing teeth. I want to do something else. What do you do? Annabelle asked. I'm a paintbrush. I spend all my days putting color into the world. Give me a white sheet and I'll make it colorful. Give me a wall and I can make it blue. I can paint the sky on the floor and trees on the walls, answered the paintbrush with pride. That sounds like an amazing life, sighed Annabelle. I wish I was a paintbrush. And on she went. Next, she made her way to the kitchen sink. Taking a rest on the washing rack was Mrs. Vegetable Brush. I'm bored of brushing teeth. I want to do something else. What do you do? Annabelle asked. Why, I'm a vegetable brush. I spend all my day giving carrots and potatoes and tomatoes and pumpkins a good clean. Give me the dirty coat of a potato and I'll make it gleam. Have a mud between your toe, Mrs. Carrot. Then let me scrub it away. Brush, brush, brush. I love brushing. That too sounded amazing to Annabelle. I wish I were a vegetable brush, she sighed and headed onwards. In the bedroom, she bumped into another cousin, Mrs. Hairbrush. She was watching the sunset from the window. I'm bored of brushing teeth. I want to do something else. What do you do? Annabelle asked. Oh, me? sighed Hairbrush happily. Why, I look after Henrietta's hair. She's so messy. I'm telling you, every morning I straighten and untangle, tuck and stroke her head so that it looks good for the rest of the day. Give me a knot and I'll unknot it. Give me a bend and I'll unbend it. Every day Henrietta goes out, feels neat because of me. Well, that really sounds amazing, thought Annabelle. Oh my, I wish I was a hairbrush, she sighed before moving along. And who do you think she met right there in the hallway? Wasn't it Mrs. Broom brushing up the floor? Mind yourself, I have a lot of floor to do, cried Mrs. Broom breathlessly. Hello, Mrs. Broom. I'm bored of brushing teeth. I want to do something else. What do you do? Annabelle asked. Do? Why, I do so much, barked Mrs. Broom. I brush the kitchen, I brush the hall, I brush the bedroom, I even brush the yard clean. I have to be fast, she added in a whisper, because Mrs. Vacuum Cleaner is always trying to get my job, blowing and pushing, roaring and shaking. But I'm a broom, I don't need electricity, I don't need a bag to suck the dirt into. I just sweep and slide and wish it's clean as clean. That sounds really amazing, said Annabelle. I wish I was a broom. I have to go now, said Mrs. Broom. Otherwise Mrs. Vacuum Cleaner will get there before me. Annabelle sat down and thought about all the things she had seen. It was such an amazing world, with so many different ways to be a brush. You could paint colors, clean vegetables, soothe hair, or sweep floors, and every way of living sounded so fantastic. She was feeling very depressed about herself when Mrs. Plant saw her. What's wrong? She asked Annabelle. Everyone has such a great life, cleaning and painting and sweeping. I wish I had a life like that. Then Mrs. Plant began laughing. It was a really big laugh. She laughed and laughed until she was in danger of losing her leaves. That's how much she laughed. What's so funny? Demanded Annabelle. You are so funny, said Mrs. Plant, because you are like all the other brushes added together. Like paintbrush, you paint the toothpaste onto teeth. Like vegetable brush, you scrub those teeth clean. Like Mrs. Hairbrush, you make Henrietta neat every morning so she can feel good all day. And just like Mrs. Broom, you sweep all the dirt away. Annabelle was amazed, and she began to smile, then giggle, and soon she was laughing as happily as Mrs. Plant. You're right, she said. Maybe being a toothbrush isn't that bad after all. And back she went into the bathroom where Henrietta was looking for her, and she gave her teeth the best clean ever.
AHA!